This is tap water, straight from the faucet of my kitchen sink, and I am never going to drink it again. And you definitely aren't going to want to after watching this video. For the past couple of months, I've been drinking reverse osmosis filtered water. Tastes so much better. Doesn't taste like chemicals, you know? And in this video, I'm going to show you guys the reverse osmosis system I use and exactly why I bought one, why I don't drink tap water anymore. Quick interruption. If you have not seen already, I have just made a online community, a free online community for teenagers on self-improvement that are very serious about self-improvement and want to get better. This community is going really fast right now. It's full of valuable people and valuable information, valuable posts. Join the movement right now. The link is in the description. So if you're not aware of this book, Estrogeneration by Anthony J., it is an absolutely amazing book. I'm probably a fourth of the way through right now, and I'm already learning so much. And Anthony J actually opens this book with a story about tap water. He was at an orientation for a school he was going to, and the opening lecturer was talking about how you shouldn't drink tap water because water in the southernmost region of America contain especially high levels of birth control hormones, EE2 it was called. When people flush hormones out of their bodies in the form of pee, the hormones circle right back through the water supply and don't really come out during that recycling process. Like, what? There's birth control in our tap water? I clearly remember the day where I started to learn about how tap water was bad, but I didn't really do anything about it. I didn't think anything of it because I was like, oh, I'm drinking filtered water already. I'm getting it from my fridge. And I went on thinking like that for a bit, and I kept hearing people say, oh yeah, you should probably get a water filter, reverse osmosis, and I was hearing a good amount of smart people saying, tap water has some bad stuff in it. You probably want to get it filtered. You want to get it filtered for fluoride and other chemicals. And so as I got deeper and deeper into this, I started to research about reverse osmosis water filtration, which essentially is a way of filtering water that removes everything from your water. Basically, everything gets removed because of reverse osmosis. And then one day when I was getting curious about it, I asked my mom if the water from our fridge was filtered because my entire life I believed that it was filtered. And she said, no, it's tap water. And I think we were in the car or something, and I was just sitting there like dumbfounded. I was like, how could I, like, I wasn't lied to, but how could I have just believed this all the time and no one ever said, no, it's not filtered? It was a complete shock to me. I always thought my water was filtered from the fridge. And my mom said, you know, maybe there's a filter in there, but it hasn't been changed in 10 years. She's like, it's not doing anything. And realizing this made me mad. I was drinking essentially tap water my entire life, straight tap water, when I believed it was filtered, when I thought it was clean, nice water. And when I bring this up to other people, basically every single time when I tell someone, oh yeah, refrigerated water is not actually filtered, they're always like, what? Yes, it is. What are you talking about? Everyone believes that their fridge just magically filters all the water and makes it perfectly clean. Yeah, maybe there's a filter in there, but I guarantee it has not been changed in like the last 5 years. Because these people that think that their water is clean like I did, they don't know if their water filter in their fridge gets changed or if they even have one. They just assume that they do. They assume it's clean. There's no general water filtration system that actually accounts for EE2. It doesn't account for these hormones because hormones aren't alive, really. So they can't really be killed off by cleaning agents or chemicals or anything. They just stay in there without getting filtered out. And so when you're drinking your tap water, you're basically drinking birth control. Think about that. You are drinking straight birth control hormones. And you know what birth control is, bro. It's straight up estrogen. You are drinking estrogen. This is the place where virtually everybody is getting estrogenics into their body. And not to mention the fact that basically all tap water, especially if you're living in first world countries, if you're living in places that have really developed systems for cleaning, they're going to fully clean tap water. They're going to use chemicals. And a lot of those chemicals release byproducts that aren't good for you. There's going to be fluoride in your water. There's going to be chemicals that you don't want in there. You can literally go online, search for your zip code, your area that you live in, and see the quality of your tap water. You could even send in your tap water to a lab to see exactly what's in it. And it'll probably surprise you to see that there's so many weird chemicals in there that your tap water probably isn't very clean, that there's a lot of byproducts in it. If you just search up tap water area code in Google, you'll find this website called EWG Water Database. You can use other ones. I think there's multiple of them, but this is the one that I just looked up right now for my area. And it says that there's 41 total contaminants. There's 41 contaminants. Nobody knows about this. How? You have to question these like daily things that you've never questioned, just like how I thought for so long the tap water from my fridge was actually filtered clean water, but now I know there's a bunch of contaminants in it. And you know what's crazy? In my area, they say that there are 15 contaminants that exceed the health health guidelines, the general health guidelines. There are contaminants in your water, there's estrogenics in your water, and it's not good for you. It's not good for your health. So there are actually multiple ways that you can solve this problem, which is great. First option that I would recommend is getting a reverse osmosis water filter. This is what's going to remove basically everything from your water. This is what I have that filters my water, but it also is a pretty expensive option, probably the most expensive option. This is one of those products that over the years just gives you so much back on your health. I really do think it is so worth it to take this seriously because we drink water every single day. We need water so much, so why not have it be as clean as possible if you can? Try to convince your parents, show them this video. It's very important. You don't want contaminants in your water. You don't want your testosterone being lowered. You don't want estrogenics in your system that you could be removing by having something like a reverse osmosis water filter. I'll leave in the description the one that I use. The other option is to get a water distiller. This is not as expensive as the reverse osmosis, but I think it's around $200 or something like that. Maybe it's less. I'm not exactly sure. Water distillation isn't as good as reverse osmosis, and I don't think it's going to get as much out of your water, but it's still better than nothing. And the final thing that you can do is actually get glass bottled water. I'm pretty sure a bunch of the water that you get from companies is reverse osmosis filtered. It's spring water. It's from like the mountains. And the reason I say glass is because the plastic ones have microplastics, BPA, a bunch of stuff that's already estrogenic in there. So even if you remove the estrogenics from your tap water and you start drinking bottled water, you're still going to be getting it from the plastic water bottles. So those are your three options right there. You either get a reverse osmosis water filter installed, and again, I'll leave mine in the description. You can also get a water distiller, which isn't as good, but is still better than nothing. Or you can get glass bottled spring water. Make sure you find a good brand though. This is an investment in your health. You should take it seriously. These are estrogenics, they're chemicals, these weird contaminants that are affecting your health. This is really what you should be spending your money on. This is what you should be convincing your parents to buy you. This is what's going to help you get better health as time goes on because you are drinking tap water every single day. I think this is so vitally important. Never stop improving. You'll be grateful for it later.